Hello, guys. I'm back again. Sorry to be annoying, but this is just what I'm going to be doing. I know I've been gone for a very long time, but today I just want to talk about. I know my hair is fucking was a mess, but I just wanted to talk about acceptance and accepting your loved ones, accepting anyone in general, because life is too short to be neglected by someone who was like, I don't want to be rude about this, but less than you. Like, no one's better than anybody else, but we all feel like we need to be on this big high pedestal that everybody is beneath, like no one can touch us and everything. Ugh, not true. You can be touched, baby girl. Can be. So it's like, when you are accepted, sometimes people do a lot of things when they're accepted or in a spot in their life where they have to change to get acceptance, and no one can hypocritically say that wasn't them at some point in their life, you know. But with me, especially um going through middle school, it was either me and my real friends and the popular crew, or there was just nobody. Cause I want everybody to be cordial, be the same, treated the same. Like, no one's gonna be better than me. I could do the same thing as you. So, um, with this being with this being talked about, with the whole loved ones and everything, you, in certain situations, you gotta stop. People need to stop beating a dead horse, and especially that I had to learn that the hard way with some people. But you gotta let some things go, because if you don't, then you're carrying on baggage that they left you. You don't want that. Nobody wants that shit. I don't want to deal with it. So therefore, you need to let it go, and then accept yourself. You don't need anybody else's acceptance or anything. Self reassurance is a real thing, and it's what everybody needs to know and to realize. I You're not put on this earth to impress everybody, because not everybody is going to be your friend. Yes, we are put on this earth to love and give love, but also receive it. Respect is not always going to be given, because some people aren't raised and put up that way to be that person who is so, like, how do I say it, just so too, they feel like it's too generous to be accepting comes with being respectful of someone, period, point blank. But it's the utter disrespect. You can get disrespect by anybody, family, friends, anybody, by anybody or anything, period. But some things that are my pet peeves, or are just like, there are a lot. I have a lot of pet peeves. I'm just crazy. But call me crazy or not, one of my big one of my pet peeves is the fact that, when, especially going with this topic, acceptance, is when people are just like, I won't say hypocrites, because everybody in their life has been that, and it's like, one thing is being like, not accepted for something that is just so small that somebody can just get over, and it's a life thing. It's not a phase type thing. Like, I will give an example. Being gay, homosexual, being any of that, you don't get the same respect. You're not you're not accepted by not only your family but by society. That hurts. That hurts real extremely bad. And I think those people who don't accept you don't understand, cuz obviously they already got their acceptance, or they just didn't need it. But it's right for those people to not even consider accepting somebody else. I don't know what is going on today, but I'm sure it's not a generation thing. It's a you thing, an individual thing. Yeah, that's what we all need to understand it. People keep using the term, what does this generation come down to? All these kids and stuff like that. But it's adults too. Hold on, we can stop all this foolishness and be held accountable for things that we've done and just own it. We we mess up, we own it and accept it. Accept it. If it's not even an if. I'm gay. I have a whole girlfriend and everything that I love to death. I'm not gonna sit here and like, it's hard coming out to your parents and doing all this, especially for acceptance and stuff. But it's like, I don't know why, but people need to change their views and stop letting other people change and rub off on them. You are not growing as a person if you have somebody else making you grow in their image, okay? You're not growing, and they're gonna support you because you're what they weren't. Like some of those parents who say, oh, I just want you to be better than how I was or how I had it when I was younger. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But I'm not going to meet your success, okay? You don't hold that over me to make me reach your goals. First of all, we can set goals, but we cannot set them for anybody else. We can take advice, but we cannot take our own. So therefore, we all have lives that were meant for us to live individually. So stop trying to control somebody else's. Accept it. Acceptance is a good thing, and it goes on with strength. Strength and knowledge go together. Knowledge and love are very compatible. Okay? They are very compatible. But when you don't know how to use them in the right way, then you kind of lose the reason of why. The reason of why to love, and you start asking those questions. Not to anybody else, but to yourself. And I think it's good to ask questions to yourself before you even ask them to anybody else. Because if we don't have the answers, we can look for help for a different one. To possibly not change our minds, but give us a better insight on other things except our own. And it's really hard to, as like, as a person, it's hard to get acceptance and everything. But one thing that you gotta know, especially being a female, and what I want to teach my daughter, is that, you know, every little girl wants to be a princess. But when my daughter says that, I'm gonna be like, no, you want the crown, baby. You want to be a queen. And I'm not gonna tell her that to be a queen, you gotta act like a queen. Cause you you have to give that to her. It it's like you it's not earning your crown because your daughter way before should have it. But sometimes in life you lose your crown and you let somebody else snatch it from you, which I have yet to let that happen. Okay, but it's like you can't lose what you already had, boo boo. You cannot. Every woman is and has a crown, but at time, some point in time, theirs is gonna be tested to see if it's true, if it's real or not. Because that's just how other people are. They have to question you about everything. Everything that they don't got the answer to. So they're just curious. But they do it in a very conniving, horrible way. But curiosity can kill the cat. So, with that in mind, just accept somebody. You don't have to drill them with questions from A to Z. Just accept them for all and who they are. And they will do the same. They're not going to question you, but sometimes you always first impressions, you're allowed to have your impression. You're allowed and entitled to your opinion. But one thing you are not going to do is insult somebody. And it's all of the way people are raised that they're going to carry on. But don't beat no dead horse. Somebody not listening to you, somebody's not accepting you. Accept yourself first. Accept yourself first. Because you're looking for somebody else to accept you. That's where you need to check yourself, not them. Them afterwards, but you first. It all starts with you, and it will end with you, not them. It's all about how you handle things. And acceptance should be given, just like respect is earned. Respect is earned. Well, my respect is limit. There's limits to my respect because I'm gonna have respect for you when to a certain extent. Because the same way you can get my respect is the same way you can lose it. You do some stupid stuff or I peep it, I'm not gonna respect you. But I am gonna be woman enough to tell you what is wrong and what is right. I'm not here to be your mother, but if you want me as your friend, then I'm gonna tell you. That's what a real friend does. You don't do that. If you don't do that, then you need to check your friends first off. Ooh, boo. Check your friends. And that's really what I want to do with this YouTube thing. I'm sorry. I'm getting real off topic. I don't know what's wrong with me. But, yeah. What I want to do with this YouTube is give everybody advice and stuff like that because I have a lot to say for a 17-year-old about to be 18 in June. But I have a lot to say. A lot of insight. I've been through a lot of stuff, and I know that a lot of people have been too and can relate. We don't always have to stick to the same things, baby. We can get outside that shell and outside that box that we always living in because we scared of something new. I am not. I will get outside the box and get outside the shell to make sure, that everybody understands these topics that really seriously need to be broken down because everybody has different views and everything, but some things fit people and some things don't. But I hope that all of the things that I talk about are able kind of to fit, if that makes sense. I talk about everything from A to Z in a heartbeat in one video. Like I just did. I'm sorry, I'm gonna edit this, but I love you guys.